They have the answers already. You just have to ask the right questions. Don't think of it as like you're not trying to sell or convince. You just ask simple questions that helps them make the right decision for them, helps them lead to their own conclusions. Socrates was saying, never try to convince someone of something that they can come to their own conclusions. So essentially, on a closing call, communicating with someone, you're just asking the questions to lead them. All right, have you tried this? Have you tried this? All right, let's just dive into it. How long have you been trying to get this result? That's one of the key pieces of information you want to find out. Like, for example, making money online. Are you just starting your journey, or have you been trying to make money online for 5 years? What interested you in us specifically versus others? Some people might say straightforward, yeah, it was this. Some people might not. What else have you tried? All right. So if you're selling fitness, you want to get fit, okay, tell me what else have you tried so I understand your situation, where you're coming from. All right, that's a key thing. Is your situation urgent? If they don't sound like it's too urgent or not that motivated or too concerned, you can do something like this. All right, cool. I mean, to be honest, man, your situation, it doesn't sound like too urgent right now. And to be honest, we typically find we get the best results with guys that are like want to run and sprint to the finish line, you know what I'm saying? So based on what you're saying, I'm not totally sure it's going to be a good fit. What do you think? Boom, flip the tables on them. And hey, if they're really just kind of tire kicking, boom, that'll save you time, save them time. Or they'll be like, yeah, well, you know, it is urgent. Okay, are you sure? Like, you don't sound too, like, how urgent? What happens if you're the same in 3 months? Not much going to change, or is it going to be really shitty? Right? They're starting to think that through. All right, what happens if you still are in your job in 3 months, 6 months, in 12 months? I think you get it. Straight up, do you think our service will work for you? Gotcha. Interesting. What specifically about the program makes you think that it will work? Anything specifically about the program, like, that makes you say that you think it will work? Like, what part of it do you think is the most important? They'll say, well, I think it's definitely the accountability calls, because, you know, I just can't stay consistent. Boom. That's their thing. Cool. Anything else that you think will work for you? Because I want to make sure we're on the same page, that we both agree it's going to work for your situation. I mean, the accountability calls, that's really kind of the main thing. Okay, boom. Now you know their main thing, or maybe they say another thing. What's that? And it's also, you know, the structure of the workouts, etc., etc. I love this one. So yeah, so what are your main questions or concerns at this point? Nobody teaches this, but I say it all the time. It's just literally just asking them for the objections. I don't like the word objections. I object! It's kind of a weird word. You're just asking them for their questions or concerns. Instead of any other questions, or do you have any, say, what are your questions? Assume that they do have. So don't let them say, oh, no, I'm good. Okay, cool. What other questions or concerns on your end at this point? Maybe they say something. Okay, gotcha. Is that the only thing? Or it sounds like it's pretty much just a money issue. Everything else is good. No other questions that we can go over. You're pretty much ready to rock and roll. Okay, cool. Nice. If it were like $100, you would join now. Like, are you 1,000% sure? If it were like $100, are you in now? Are you sure? You don't sound that sure, man. I don't want to waste your time, and I have another call coming up. So is money the only issue? If so, we can talk about payment plan options, but I want to make sure you're 10,000% in. So awesome. So where are you at this point? Open up a question. Hey, where are you at? They'll say a question, or they'll say, yeah, kind of what's next steps. If they're asking about next steps, cool, you're good. If they're asking buying questions, what are next steps? What are the payment plan options? When's the kickoff date? How does this work? How does that work? Cool. If they're asking questions, then they're good. Take care of that. Talk about that. Any other questions or concerns at this point, or are you pretty much ready to rock and roll? So next kickoff date is going to be Thursday, February 1st. So let me ask you this. Is there anything that would be preventing you from kicking off on that day? Because that's the kickoff date. So that's like a double confirm. Is there anything at all preventing you from kicking off on February 1st? That works for you? Okay, are you sure that works for you? Cool. You're not the type of person that's going to back out after we leave this call, right? So as you know, first payment is done on the call. Here's the link. Boom, right there. It's going to take you the link to the Circle. After you pay, you'll be directly into Circle. You'll see the onboarding channel. Circle's kind of like Discord, but so you're future pacing. All right. So towards the end of the call, like if they're already interested, everything's good. Even if they're medium interested, towards the middle of the call, you're going to want to start talking about what onboarding looks like, what the details look like, and just keep talking about more future pacing things. All right. So this is what you're going to be doing. And then on the second week, you're going to be doing this, just like the details of assuming they're moving forward until they pump the brakes with questions or concerns. Boom. Okay, what are the questions or concerns? Keep talking, assuming that they're moving forward. They have a question or concern or a roadblock, they're going to talk about it. Whether it's a specific offer or guarantee, whether it's the payment plan options, whether they have to talk to someone else to confirm, wife, business partner, whatever it may be. Anyways, that's just a quick little 5 plus of the questions that if you were to ask me what are my common most questions that I ask, what are your top 5 questions to ask? Also, a little note here, give them permission to say no. Do that at the beginning of the call. Also, man, hey, at any point, like if it's no thanks, just please do let me know. If it's not a good fit on my end too, I'll let you know too as well. We're both busy. Just let me know. Takes the pressure off. All right, hope that was helpful. Ask a question in the comments.